do this, man. There's three sides to every story. I know you heard there's two sides to every story, but there's three sides to every story. And the alpha male knows all three. Shout out to Bangkok. Now let's talk about some scenarios that we see, we talk about, we address, and some of these things we even involve ourselves in. But do we see all three sides of the story? We'll see right now. Now these scenarios, man, some scenarios that we hear men talk about, and a lot of times these men they always point the finger at one side. So no, they don't see three sides. They see one side. They see their side. One of these situations is the Pookie and Ray Ray thing. See, there's three sides to the Pookie and Ray Ray thing. There's Pookie and Ray Ray and what they represent, the hood, the hustle, the grind, prison, banging, slanging, multiple baby mamas. Then there's the prison industrial complex that was created and cultivated to capitalize on the men from that environment. The same system that created the environment capitalizes on the crime laws to rape that environment of its men. Now, that's two sides to that story. Two sides to that story. And most men either take one side or the other. They're either, oh, it's all Pookie and Ray Ray, man, Pookie and Ray Ray, man, blah, blah, blah. Or it's, man, the prison industrial complex. White man trying to hold us back still, man. You know what I'm saying? White man gonna hold us back. But what about the environment? What about the role that the environment plays in that? What about the fact that the majority of men, especially black men, the majority of black men come from an environment that's either smack dab in the center of the hood or close enough to it where hood life affected your life? See, if a bunch of cats from the projects were bust to your school, then guess what? Your school became a partial project. Your school instantly became a secondary set of projects. So not many of us weren't affected by that. But what does that environment mean? What does that environment entail? See, I hear men say all the time, well, you know, those men in that environment, they got to get a job and everything. Man, let me tell you something, bro. That's a whole hell of a lot easier said than done. Whole hell of a lot easier said than done. It ain't no jobs for cats in the hood, bro. The quality of education that you receive in the hood, man, is terrible. You ain't finna go nowhere, man, to get no multiple degrees and you know, go to Harvard or Yale or none of that. You ain't finna do none of that. And yeah, you can point out the once in a lifetime story that happens, but that person is just blessed intellectually. There's some intellectually gifted individuals out here, but the majority of them are not in that environment. You may have one that comes from that environment every blue moon and does something great academically, but for the most part, it's going to be drugs and athletics. There's no one in that environment. Listen, it's not like you come out the projects and you see doctors getting into their Porsches and BMWs and all of that. You know who you see getting in Porsches and BMWs in the projects? D-boys, pimps, jackers. That's it. There are no multiple degree having people in the projects. So this mindset that these square dudes have about what goes on in that environment is for the simple fact they don't see the third part of this story, the third side of this story. The third side of this story is an environment that's never going to change from what it is. And if you're blessed enough to make it out of that environment, 9 times out of 10, you're going to keep going back to it. Everybody goes back to what they know. A man goes to what he knows. And that's just the reality of it. Even, and somebody just said something about the hood entrepreneurs. Man, there are very few men out of the hood, man, who actually make good. I'm talking who actually come up. If you take away sports and you take away music, take away sports and entertainment, there are very few men who make it out of that environment and are successful in any other way. There's a bunch of men who hustle in that environment. A bunch of men sell drugs in that environment, but very few men become the birdie man. Very few men do well enough to leave with enough money to have enough legitimate businesses going on, man, to still maintain a quality of life. Very few men. We all hustle in that environment. Very few men in that environment ever have an opportunity. We ain't even talking about $1 million. Very few men in that environment have an opportunity to count $250,000. In all, they may be able to count back, but I'm talking about sit down and count $250,000. Very few men in that environment get an opportunity to do that. It's just that everyone hustles because that's the way out. So, it's a terrible thing. Anybody who's been in that environment knows that environment. Anybody on the outside of that environment has no idea what it is. And so let me tell you something. You can't apply square understanding to the hood life the same way you can't apply hood understanding to the square life. A man from the hood would never make it in the square world until he embraces the outlooks of the square world. Because the hood understanding does not make it in the square world. The square world is structured totally different from the hood. In the hood, there's no snitching. In the square world, the police are called about everything. The laws are getting involved about everything. People filing lawsuits, people doing all type of things in the square world. The laws are always involved in the square world. So you come out of the hood with that environment, you ain't gonna never be able to come up because you're gonna always leave yourself open for somebody to have the laws in your business. And that's just how it is. When you talk about the chicks in the hood, man, you see a chick in the hood, man, and she got, 3 kids by 3 dudes, and outside of the hood, they looking at her like, man, she made terrible decisions, and she blah 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 blah. Hey, man, these are the same men who complain about the women outside of the hood being hypergamous. That's the same thing that happens in the hood. But it just so happens that everyone in the hood is lacking so much love. There is no love in the hood, man. The hood is about hate. The hood is about pain. The hood is about murder. The hood is about destruction. There's no love in the hood. We always agree that women are the emotional beings. So you put an emotional being in an environment that has no love. She has one child, and she realized that child loves her. She loves it. So she has another one because she's addicted to that unconditional love that only happens when a child is really young, when you ain't got to buy it nothing, when it ain't asking for nothing, when you ain't got to bribe it, when you ain't got to do when none of those things happen, when the only thing that happens is that child looks in his mother's face like she's the queen of the world. See, there's an environment that these boys don't understand. And I don't even talk to them about it anymore because I don't want to. Another scenario. And let's segue that right into this single mother, stepdad equation. Now, you got a group of men that always point the finger at the single mother, the single mother, single mother. The single mother made the decision to have children with these men. And then you got the other side that say these men made the decision to have children with the single mother. Now, you know me, I'm alpha. And I believe that men should take the responsibility for everything they involved in. It can all be traced back to a decision that a man made when a man lays up and first of all has unprotected sex with a woman, and then he doesn't even have the wherewithal to pull out and put it on her. Instead, he puts it in her. That can be traced back to that man. Because to be perfectly honest with you, we can't say that women fall weak for thug loving and then say the woman should have been in her right mind thinking logically while she was getting no, that's not how it goes. When you give a woman that thug passion, man, she ain't in her right mind. She don't give a damn what goes on, man. A woman will literally tell you she want to have your baby, man, when you're dropping that thug passion on her. You as a man have to get out of your emotions and be the logical one. You can't expect a woman to be the logical one. No man should expect a woman to be the logical one. Only a fool would expect a woman to be the logical one. And only a hurt little boy would blame a woman for not being the logical one when we know they lack logic. See what I'm saying? When we're talking about a decision being made, every decision has to be traced back to the logical thinker. And as men, we should be the logical thinkers. Period. We should be the logical thinkers. So if a woman has 5 children by 5 men, you have to ask yourself, now, number 1, okay, cool. Even number 2. But number 3, 4, 5? How do you meet a woman who has 4 children by 4 men and you decide that you're going to be the 5th? You don't decide. You don't think. You just do without properly assessing the situation logically. And that's the reality of it, man. A woman cannot get pregnant if a man does not drop his seed off in her. A man has to make a conscious effort to impregnate a woman. It has to be a conscious, logical thought. Because we all know what happens when you let your seed go in a woman. We all know what the chances are. We all know what happens when you release your seed into a woman and those little jokers go to swimming. We know what happens. But we live in a society where men want to shun women for all of the decisions that affect both parties. See, these men don't teach leadership. They don't teach guidance. They don't teach masculine strength. As a masculine man, you take on the responsibility of the decisions that affect your life. Now, if a woman tied you down and, a woman got you drunk or put something in your drink and tied you down and you woke up and you were handcuffed to the bed and she just rolled out and then you ain't have no choice. You just had to let go in her. Hey, man, I get it. But how many cats you know that happened to? Hey, man, what you mean you sent me a message a week ago and you still waiting on an answer? We're gonna address this right quick, man. We're gonna address this in the chat right here. I normally don't. But first of all, man, what you mean you sent me a question? Ask your question right now then, man. Because technically speaking, I mean, I don't really know where you're used to going, but if you want to You want to talk to me about something, bro, then you gotta. Yeah, man, this dude here, man. Yeah, man, we gonna. All right, man, you don't make no sense, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't respond to things that I don't respond to things that don't make no sense, man. I don't respond to things that don't make no sense, man. Yeah, man. Hey, go ahead and let him talk, man. Let him say what he gonna say. I want him to go ahead and ask his question. If you sent me a question, man, 2 weeks ago, man, is obviously an important question. Go ahead, ask it now. Ain't nothing in here but the Alpha Brethren. If it's a question that you embarrassed of, then don't ask me anyway. But if it's a question, man, you ask me for, then you go ahead, man. Let's get on back into this thing, man. Now, when we talk about single mother and the stepdad, you got one group of men who talk about both the single mother and the stepdad. That's all you hear. You either hear talk about the single mother or the stepdad. And it's normally the same group of men talking about both. But see, you have the single mother who is, obviously has a child or children, but let's say she has one. She obviously has a child, and she's obviously not with the father if she's a single mother. But I ask you, are we absolutely positive that the man didn't abandon his child? Can you, I know scenarios, man, where married men have caught these young chicks, man, and a young chick don't know no better. She got to learn. And she get caught up on this married cat, man. Married cat knocker. I know a cat right now, man. Nigga married, man. He got 2 kids by his side chick, man. 2 kids by his side chick. And she be giving him the blues. You know why? Because in order for that to take place, 9 times out of 10, at some point a man is lying to his side chick, telling her that he gonna leave his wife for her. Because at some point, the side chick gonna demand that. I don't care how much she says she can go along with it. At some point, her feelings gonna get caught up, and she gonna demand that you give her more time. And then you either gonna have to leave her alone, which most men don't have the balls to do, or you're gonna have to tell her some lies about the sacrifices you're gonna make in order for you and her to be a family. And that's why these dudes be having these side chicks cutting up on them, trying to blow up their spot all the time. If she knows the scenario, she can't blow up your spot, or you gonna cut her loose. But the moment you start creating another situation, or selling her this fantasy, it's over. So we don't know how a woman got to be there. But let's talk about the man who doesn't care. Because I'm not gonna tell any man in the world that you should go be a stepdad. I'm not gonna tell no man that. But then I say to myself, as a father, what if something happened to me? Would I want every man to look at my son's mother like she's cancer? Or would I want a good brother to come along and step in my stead and fill in whatever gap he could fill in? He can't never replace me. But do I want him to come in and fill in that gap? Be kind of like a stopgap to take up some of the slack that I left behind in my early demise. And I say, hell yeah, I want a man to come through and do that. I say, hell yeah, I want a man to come through and do that. And that's just the reality of it. Hell yeah, I want that. So I can't look at every scenario and say every man who stepped into that situation is a simp. Because sometimes that shit is needed. Man, let me ask you something. Can you imagine what and this is just for us. This is just for black men. This only happens with black men. We will give a man the blues for stepping into a situation like that. If you don't believe in it, don't do it. But I just think it's a travesty for every black man to say that every man whoever steps into that situation, and really all he is an in-home mentor to a young boy who doesn't have a father, man. And I had my father. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I know some cats who didn't, and they'll never be half the man that I am. They'll never be half the man that I am. They can make $50 million. They can have 50 million women, but they'll never be half the man I am because no one was there to teach their ass how to be a man. They were taught to be a man by a woman. They were taught to be a man by a woman. Alpha Kingdom, what's up, bro? Appreciate the $5 super chat, man, bro. Peace, BOA. Salute to the Alpha Brethren. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you being in the joint. O'Shea Duke Jackson, man, with the 15, man. O'Shea be coming through dropping coins, man. He can drop 15,000 on me, man. Oh, wait a minute, that's UGX. Yeah, that's them Ugandan dollars. Whatever it is, bro. I still haven't figured it out. I said I was gonna figure it out one day and do the currency exchange on it. I haven't done it yet, but whatever it is, bro, it looked good in that 15,000, man. I appreciate it, bro. I say keep teaching them, doc. No doubt, bro. I appreciate you being in the joint, Shay. Yo, what's this cat talking about, man? Nigga, when I told you to release the primal urges of women, what are you talking about, man? When is this nigga heard me say save your sexual relations for your wives? Yo, man, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I tell you that, nigga, because we're human. That's why I tell you that. We're human. If your ass live to be 50, young nigga, you ain't gonna save yourself for your wife if you don't have now till you 50. You're gonna get you some cut. We all human. None of us is perfect. So I make sure I cover both sides because I don't want to present myself like I'm perfect. You can strive to be whatever you want to be. But if you're a man and you can get a woman, at some point, you're going to get one. That's why I tell you that, because you're going to do it. So I'm going to tell you how to do it. That's what that is. So that answers your 2-week-old question. Now let's get back to this, man. Because, you know, when you think about the single mother and stepdad, man, you got to think about the boys, man. You got to think about you. See, when you think about the prison industrial complex, you think about how many black men are in prison. You think about how many black men are being killed, young black men. And then you turn around and say that any man who decides to step into a situation and give a young black boy some guidance so he doesn't end up in prison or dead, something's wrong with that. You know, it's to be a man To be a black man and not consider the plight of young black boys, you're a sucker. Any black man who does not consider the plight of young black boys is a sucker. He a sucker, and he angry with women for not wanting him, and he angry with men because women want them and not him. Somebody probably messed around with him when he was a kid and he hadn't gotten over that. There are many things going on in that man's psyche, because as a black man, there's no way that I cannot look into and be fully vested into the results of the lives of young black boys. I just can't. I can't do it, bruh. And I don't understand how these guys can. Because they can't look any further than their feelings. Feelings, nothing more than feelings. They can't look any further than their feelings, man. They can't do it, bro. What's the purpose in succeeding? What's the purpose in accomplishing anything if you're not going to go back, man, and show a young man how to do it? What's the purpose? When you look at some of these other cultures, man, you look at African cultures, man, some of them anyway. And you ain't even got to go to Africa. Go back into the past. And somebody else, parent, could whoop your ass if you cut up at their house and then send you home and you get another ass whooping when you get home. It takes a village to raise boys to men. That's why we look at some of these African culture where they have these strange customs, man, where boys get a certain age and they have to do certain things, man. They have them bungee jumping and they have them doing all kind of shit. You have to do certain things because manhood has to be proven. And we live in a society in the West, especially in America, where manhood doesn't have to be proven. You hit a certain age, you're a man. You don't have to prove nothing. You don't have to prove no leadership skills. You don't have to prove no ability to sacrifice. You don't have to prove no ability to kill or be killed. You don't have to prove no ability to hustle. You don't have to prove no ability to take some when you got to take some in order to feed you and yours. You ain't got to have no ability to prove nothing. All you got to do is get to a certain age and your ass a man. So you got a bunch of grown boys around here still talking that hater boy talk. I don't like them over there. They the other side and we this side. Hey, man, when you look in the mirror, bro, you're a brother just like me. You're a black man just like me. So now, granted, there are some simps who fall into situations where they've been disrespected by the woman, they've been disrespected by the children, they've been disrespected by, they don't understand the dynamic of the scenario. But if every man in the world, every black man in America says, I am not ever going to say anything to another man's seed, even if that man ain't around, never, man, a nigga could be locked up for life in prison. You mean tell me a kid with a dad that's locked up for life in prison, you don't think that God is going to look at that kid and try, a good kid, and try to give him some guidance through a man that God trusts? See, the problem is these boys don't have no relationship with the Most High, man. So they can't think things through spiritually, which if you can't think spiritually, you can't think logically. And that's the reality of it, man. See, a lot of times, man, and you got to understand this. You got to understand this. A lot of these dudes never had a male figure in their lives. Their dad wasn't around. No other man was around. Or a lot of times, another man came around, and their mama was such she was such a sadistic animal that she ran that man off. And a lot of these boys are scarred, man. If you find me a man who ain't never had no male role model in his life, his dad wasn't around, wasn't no stepdad around, he ain't had no uncles that was worth nothing. I ain't talking about somebody to tell you how to go to prison, somebody tell you how to get killed. I ain't talking about that. Somebody tell you that, by a certain age, you're supposed to have this many women. I ain't telling nobody to tell you. I'm telling somebody to teach you how to be a man. The majority of these boys ain't had nobody to tell them how to be a man. That's why it's so easy for them to get emotional when they talk about women. Because if a man taught you, a man is going to teach you that emotion is not what you use to deal with women. That's not a tool you use to deal with women. That's a tool women use to deal with you. So it's hard for a little boy to think about another little boy. But a man, a grown man, has to be cognizant of the situation, of the circumstances and conditions of young boys. That's the difference between boys and men. A grown man can't go and not think about it. He can't see the plight of young boys and say, well, that's what they get because their mama made the decision to go. That's what another little boy says. Another little boy don't want to share his candy with you. Another little boy don't want you to play with his toys. Another little boy don't want his mama to come around and pick you up and hug you. Shit, that's my mama. Leave my mama alone. That's how these boys are. They these leave my mama alone type dudes. They're not men. That's why when you hear them talk, they talk like women. You ever heard a man just talk about what he got all the time? All the time? Everybody I know who got some, man, don't even talk about it. Everybody I know who got some, man, it's just part of their lives. You know what I'm saying? I got partners in Maseratis, Lambos, Bentleys. Man, they don't talk about it. They don't like to drive them a lot. They be riding around in Toyota Corollas or Nissan Frontier trucks, the little bitty trucks. They just be riding around, man. They don't care. They break that stuff out, man, when it's time to get out, man, and look fly, and then they take it back in the house, put it up. But women always brag about what they got. Now, another thing, man. Interracial dating, man. Swirlers, as they call them. Black women, white men. That's two sides to that story. Black women, white men. Do black women act better with white men? Do black women submit more to white men? Why do white men want black women? Are they a novelty to them? What's wrong with the black woman going over to the white man, selling out her brothers, giving the brothers a hard time, but letting the white man have it easy and blah, 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 and doing all that, man, blah. But let me tell you something. There's a third side to that story that you ain't understanding. There's a group of men that black women have to deal with that no other race of women have to deal with. See, some black women deal with black men. Those black women are the black women who say the black man is a god, the black man is a king, he's the most beautiful creature on earth. Those are the women who say that. But what about the women who go to the other side and say they don't date no black man no more? Why do they say that? Why do these women say that they don't date black men no more? Because those women have dated the cancer of society. Those women have dated niggas. They've been with niggas their whole life. Black men are not a cancer to society. Niggas are a cancer to society. All niggas do is kill, steal, and destroy. They don't know nothing else. They literally don't know anything else, man. And it's not even their fault, but the facts are the facts. And even worse, they don't want to know anything else. So you find me a woman been dealing with a bunch of niggas her whole life. Oh yeah, she done swallowed black men. Because in her mind, all black men are niggas. We all, shit. Men who ain't from the hood call each other niggas. We all look pretty similar. There's every now and then you see one that has an eclectic style like Pharrell, but then he starts to look like, Liberace or Elton John or somebody like that. But we're talking about, it's easy to group black men in together because we all have a tendency to act in similar ways. So yes, those black women, man, go to the other side, man, because they tired of niggas. The same way black men go to the other side because they tired of dealing with these biatches. Find me a black man dealing with them but biatches. And he probably going to the other side and ain't coming back no more. It's the same thing with black women. If every man she never been with, man, lied to her about his intentions, told her he was trying to build something with her that he wasn't trying to build with her, did unscrupulous thing, man, like cut her sisters and cut her cousins and all those type of things. Man, those type of things are unscrupulous, man. You're not a brother, you're a nigga, man, if you cut your girl's sister, dog. That's nigga stuff. No real man do nothing cutthroat like that, man. No real man does anything cutthroat like that. A lot of time, man, these women come across men that are straight up whoremongers. And just like these black men come across women who are straight up nymphos. Or you come across a woman who's combative all the time. Come across, man, let me tell you something. If you date 5 black women in your life and all of them are combative and don't know how to exhibit shut upness, and then you date one white woman and she is a master of shut upness, your ass ain't coming back no more. You ain't coming back no more. If you date 5 black women and they lazy, ain't doing them trying to leech off you, and then you date one white one, and within 6 months, she's contributed to your business in ways that you ain't even know your business could be contributed to, man, you ain't never coming back. It's the same thing with if a black woman date 3 black dudes or 5 black dudes, and they all either get somebody pregnant while they professing to be in a relationship with her. If 3 of them get somebody pregnant and 2 of them give her STD, that woman going to the other side, she ain't coming back. It's about the quality of people you deal with. And the thing is, the majority of us are going to deal with people that's in our race. The majority of people on the planet going to deal with people that's in their race. The majority of white people going to date other white people. The majority of black people going to date other black people. The majority of Asians going to date Asians. The majority of Hispanics going to date Hispanics. That's why interracial dating sticks out so much. You see a black man with a white woman or a black woman with a white man, it sticks out like a sore thumb because the majority of black men and black women date other black men and black women. Everybody has the right to go where they being treated right at. If I come across an Asian chick, man, hey man, she got a heart of gold, man, and she dedicated to everything about me, man, more than any woman has ever been. Hey man, I'm probably gonna she gonna definitely be on my team. And after her, I'm probably gonna have another Asian chick. That's just the way it is, man. We got to start looking at all 3 sides of the story, man. Steph is cold. Salute to you, my brother. Bro, say salute, Dr. B.O.A., man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the $20 super chat. You got to keep in mind, man, that a lot of these things that we go through these shits young, man. None of us is a wise man at 20 years old. Even if we're wiser than our peers, we're not a wise man. Because if we sit down in a couple of a wise man, then we got, God damn, that nigga wise. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, bro. Even right now, man, let me tell you something. Well, not right now, you know what I'm saying? But shit, I say, man, probably when I was 30, bro, I sat down, I probably was 29 or 30, man. I sat down with a dude, man, in his 50s. And before I knew it, man, he was dropping so much game on top of me, man. Before I knew it, man, I was saying yes, sir, and no, sir to him, bro. That's how elevated his outlook, not necessarily the information he was giving me, because he dropped some gems on me, but his outlook on the world at large. It wasn't the information he gave me, it's how he adjusted his mindset to arrive at that information. Man, that changed my life. It completely changed my life. So the way I view the world is how I sit and talk to you, man. So it's gonna sound unorthodox. Sometimes I'm gonna say some things, man, that sound crazy, but I'm perfectly honest with you. You have to have that mindset to view things from a perspective that other people are gonna call crazy, because everybody in this, the majority of people in this world are stuck in a matrix. They are stuck in a program. The majority of people in this world they're drones. Man, they don't have to create no clones, man. Everybody is an android. These people are androids, man. They listen to the same thing, do the same thing, respond the same way, act the same way, dress the same way, talk the same way, work the same way, spend money the same way, bank the same way, invest the same way, don't invest the same way, have sex the same way, have children the same way, raise families the same way, get their haircut the same way. They do everything the same, man. We live in a world full of androids, bro. These people ain't human. Humans have free will, free thought. All these people that's in the same routine all the time, bro, they are robots. What's the difference between a robot and these people? Niggas are programmed to do the exact same thing every day for 40 years, bro. How come that ain't a robot? My computer do the same thing every day. When I wake up, I boot it up. You know what I'm saying? I boot my computer up as soon as I wake up. I wake up, pray, boot my computer. I boot my computer up. Go around, take care of my morning hygiene, man. Go around, man, probably grab me a cup of Joe or some tea or whatever. Well, not tea, but grab me a cup of Joe, man. I made you drink me a cup of protein milk. Then I pop my knuckles, man, and I get to work for the morning. My computer does the same thing every day, man. It don't do nothing else. When I cut it on, it knows it's finna get ready to edit some content. That's all it does. That's what it does. My car does the same thing every day. I get in it, push the button, it cranks. Every time I get out of it with the key in my pocket, it beeps and let me know that, hey, man, you left the car on. Of course, I intend to do it, but they let me know. When I'm driving and I mess around, man, I may have a thought, man, I get outside the lane, man, my car veer me back into the lane. It said, no, man, you got to get back in the lane. And it just pushes me back over in the lane. But it does that all the time because it's a damn robot. Now look at the people around you, man, doing the same thing every day, man. Tell me you don't live in a world of robots. Tell me you don't. Tariq O'Bannon, man, appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. Say, Doc, keep preaching that alpha knowledge. Salute. Salute to you, bro. John Wayne, man. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave this one up for a little bit, man. So, when you look at these things, man, and you look at, what's going on out here, man, we had to be realist. And the only way you're going to be a realist, man, is to look at all three sides of the story. You got to look at all three sides of every story. So another thing we talk about, man, we make content about women, and then you got the pro-black hotep content. That's it. You got the guys who make the pro-black hotep content, the save yourself black men content, the guys who make that content, and then you got the guys who make the content, about dating women. Hey, let's go get these women. I'm gonna show you how to get these women. You got those two sides of the coin. That's what you got. But nobody looks at the third side of the coin. And the third side of the coin is why I don't get caught up in none of that. The third side of the coin is why certain things I don't even address it. I could, but certain things I don't even address it. The third side of the coin is why there are only a few creators that I even listen to in this sector of YouTube. YouTube is huge. I like tech. About 70% of the people I'm subscribed to are tech. You know what I'm saying? Nigga talk about computers, man. How to change your steady state hard drive in your damn computer, man. How to add some RAM to your computer. That's the type of things I listen to, man. How to get the best autofocus out of your camera. That's what I listen to, man. The majority of the time, man, I'm on here, man, I'm listening to something about tech or some fishing or some things that I do in my life every day. Because you know what? The third side of this coin is this is a platform, bro. This is a platform where people make hella money on. People make hella money on this platform. There's a bunch of cats who make over 6 figures just off ads, just off the ad revenue. We ain't talking about no brand deals or no affiliate marketing or none of that. We ain't talking about selling no courses. We ain't talking about selling no ebooks. We ain't talking about doing none of that. We ain't talking about Patreon. We ain't talking about nothing. We talking about, man, there's a boatload of cats who make 6 figures and above on this platform. This is a business. This is not no place to come and have no damn war of words. Niggas literally sit on here, man, and have a war of words every day. They go so crazy they can't even monetize their content. Nigga be on here for 5 hours on a live stream and can't even monetize it. What's the purpose in being on this platform if you can't monetize? Because you ain't finna build no army on YouTube, bruh. You are not finna build no army out in the open on YouTube. That's not how armies are built. Armies aren't built on TV, bruh. The revolution will not be televised. I can guarantee you that. It makes no sense, bro. It literally makes no sense. And then they'll look at somebody like me or young Clinks, be like, man, hey, man, hey, monetizing their content, man. Shit, why not? Why not? Everybody else in every other sector of YouTube is man. Let me tell you something. There are people, man, that I've been subscribed to before I started making content. There are people that I've been following for 5 years, and they got 2,000 subs, bro. And they put up content at least 3 times a week for 5 years, and they got 2,000 subs. And you know what they do? They still put up content at least 3 times a week. They don't make a whole lot of money off ads, but you know what they do have? They got a few videos mixed in there. They got 2 million views, 4 million views, 8 million views, but they got 2,000 subs. They make a decent earning just off those videos because those videos, see, let me tell you something. A channel that's got 2,000 subscribers now, but got 2 or 3 videos that's above 4 million views, why not keep making content? You might do that again. So everybody monetizing. The whole purpose is to monetize, man. Why in the hell you doing something every day and can't make no money off of it? Even the nigga who scoop elephant shit at the circus make money. The dudes who ride around on the back of the waste management truck and come throw your stinky garbage bags in the back of that truck, they make money. Black men are the only men who will do something every day and make no money off of it and then turn around and shun other men who do make money off of it. I ain't got time for these boy foolishness, man. They don't see all 3 sides of the story. If you're going to make content about women, make it in a way where you can monetize it on this platform. If you're going to make content about, the pro-black hotel content, make it the way you can monetize it on this platform. If you're going to make content about ball caps, make it the way you can monetize it on this platform. Don't make no damn sense to me, man. I ain't never seen that so crazy, bro. Never seen that so crazy, man. Instinctive Flow, man. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Bro said, keep it up 100. No doubt, bro. Steph is cold. Young Clinks, man. Appreciate the $50 super chat, bro. Say, y'all better listen to this game. Listen to your OGs. That's how I get ahead early. That's it, man. That's really the only way. That's really the only way. My cutting edge outlook on females, man, it came from listening when I was being talked to. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, man, I flapped my ears when they were spilling to me. I zipped my lip and flapped my ears, man, while they were spilling it to me. I was like a sponge. They were spilling, I was wiping up the game. That's the only way to do it, man. You have to listen to those who have already seen what you have to see. That's the only way. Life is about making the fewest mistakes that you can on your way to the epitome of your existence. It's about making the fewest mistakes you can. The fewest mistakes you can. Because every time you make a mistake, you got to figure out that mistake. You got to recover from that mistake. And then you got to try to catch back up to where you would have been had you not made that mistake. That's really what you have to do, man. And another thing, man, these boys live in fear. Man, let me tell you something. If you got to take your last dollar to create a space for yourself that gives you peace of mind, you might be broke for a minute, but you know what you're going to do that next morning you wake up? You're going to have a clear mind to figure out how to get some paper. You're going to have a clear mind to figure out how to minimalize. You're going to have a clear how to become a minimalist, how to minimalize your life. You're going to do that. You can't do none of that without peace of mind. Another thing, man. They talk about show your receipts. Okay, show your receipts. And then we talk about who should give advice. Show your receipts. Who should give advice? I talked about who should give advice. I talked about showing my receipts. But why? Why? Why do black men demand that other black men show their receipts? Nigga ain't never asked a white man to show nothing. Nothing. Wouldn't dare ask white man to show nothing. Wouldn't dare ask an Asian man to show nothing. Might ask a Hispanic man, but wouldn't dare ask one of the Abu Dhabi, one of Indians to say that they show nothing. Never. You go to the gas station all the time, man. You don't never question them about showing them that the percentage of their gasoline is higher than it is water. You don't never question nobody about nothing. All the people black men question is other black men. They don't even question black women. Now, why is that? That's two sides to that story. What's the third side of that story? What's the third side of that equation, man? It's that a broad can come through and say anything, and these boys run with it. She can come through and say anything, and they run with it. See, black men aren't afraid of women. Not as much as I All right, I think we back, man. I think we back. I think we back, man. If y'all can hear me, man, I believe y'all can. I can hear me, so I believe y'all can hear me. So the bottom line, man, is you have to keep in mind that these men are afraid of their truth. They're afraid of their truth being known. The man who says he's a player, but he's not, he's afraid that everybody's going to find out that he's not a damn player. He's a simp after all. The man who says he's an entrepreneur, he's afraid that everybody's going to find out that his ass actually go work 2 jobs every day. The man who says he says and does what he wants to do, he's afraid that the truth that he can't say whatever the hell he want to say when he at home, it's going to come out. These men are afraid of their truth. You know what kind of travesty of life it must be, man, to not be afraid, to be afraid of your truth, to not be able to live the honesty of who you are? Do you know what kind of travesty it is? Do you know what kind of sad state of existence it is for a grown-ass man to not only not be who he says he is, but to be afraid to be who he truly is? A bunch of men out here, man, talk this player stuff, this pump and dump stuff, man. They want an old lady. They want an old lady, man. They want a relationship. They want a monogamous relationship. They want that keep sweat. Girl, I've been thinking about you all day long. They want that, man. But they ain't man enough to live it. They're too concerned about what somebody else gonna say about them. They're overly concerned about what somebody else gonna say about them. It's the same thing as a man who's in a relationship with a woman, man. He know he want to be a player. The man is living a lie every day of his life. Do you know, man, your life is not guaranteed? The days of your life aren't guaranteed. How in the hell are you going to live a life that you don't even enjoy? That don't make no sense, man. But boys out here do it all the time. You got cats out here that's holding on to a scallywag. No, the woman ain't worth nothing. No, she ain't worth nothing. She ain't no benefit to him. She ain't no counting, no kind of weight. He can't let her go. He's still holding on to her. Still want her. I want that baby. Get it. I wanna. I'm gonna do it like this, do it like that. And once I get it, ain't no turning back. That's their mindset, man. You got men out here, man, that talk a whole lot of tough talk. But they ain't tough. Nigga ain't gonna step on a marshmallow. And he knows it. Got a dog, scared his own dog. See, what we got to understand is this, brothers. It's not just that many men are who they say they are. It's the fact that many men hate who they are. So they build this facade, not for us. It's not to try to fool us. They don't care about fooling us. They build this facade in order to give themselves some type of sanity. And not only do they build it, they buy into it and they build a life around the facade. And so it's easy to pump and dump when you're not who you say you are because you don't want a woman to get to know who you are. It's easy to create animosity with everybody around because you don't want anybody to get close enough to know who you are. Somebody was just talking about this challenge that they got going on, man. I forgot what it's called, man. Off some Drake song, man, where I think it's on TikTok, where the man and the woman switch clothes, and then the man started dancing like the woman. I seen somebody send me a link, man, to Alex Rodriguez and J Lo, man, and she was dancing, man, and then I think the song called Switch or something. The dude said switch in the song. I think it was Drake. The dude said switch in the song. Then the light switched out, man, and then it came back on, man. And that dude had on J Lo clothes, and he was dancing like her, man. And she was the way she was dancing like J Lo dances, man. I was like, man, these cats is weirdos. All for a laugh. You gonna put on your old lady clothes and then wind your body up like her? Hey man, these dudes weird, man. I don't mess with these dudes out here, man. Now just think if that was my partner and I ain't know he did that and you saw him do it, and then you saw me and him somewhere having drinks. You be like, man, hey man, I don't know, man. I think them dudes right there might be funny, man. I know that one right there. He put on his old lady clothes, man, and he was winding it up. Then before you know it, you looking at him. Well, I saw him with his old lady clothes. BOA might be his boyfriend. There you go. Now I'm out there. Alex Rodriguez, my girlfriend. See what I'm saying? These are the type of things, man. That's why you got to be real careful about who you're around, bro. You got to be real careful with who you're around, bro. Because it's crazy out here, man. And I started to touch on it, man, with some content, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said it to me, man, said, bro, you ought to speak on this, man. And I clicked on it. And it's the thing. When you click on it, you don't know what's going to go on. I didn't know what it was. I looked it up after that. Man, so I'm watching, and dude, he's standing there holding the phone, man, recording her while she doing her thing. The light switch out, it come back on. He got on her clothes, doing the same thing. And then, you know, and I think the video is only 15 seconds over there. So by the time he started doing this thing, the video went off. I was like, man, that I know I ain't just see what I just saw, man. Yo, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Man, this world, and I'm not gonna even call them weirdos because I'm a weirdo. Man, this world is full of, man, these people are robots, man. They're robots. You can program them to do whatever they want to, whatever you want them to do. You can program them what to wear. You can program what they watch. You can program what they eat. You can program where they go. You can program what they believe. You can program who they vote for. You can program if they buy into the political process. You can program whatever you want to. These people are robots, and they have computer chips in their brains, and they're being programmed by the media, the mass media and social media. These people are being programmed, bruh. You know, it's just like with me, bro. Listen, man, I can't even get into IG. I don't even be going on IG like that, man. I tried, man, but it's too much interpersonal interaction over there. You know what I'm saying? There's always somebody sending me a message over there, man. Always somebody want to link me to some shit, man. Hey, man, I don't get all into that like that. So I just be chilling, falling back, man. I'm not, listen, bro, YouTube and Patreon are the only platforms that I'm going to upload to regularly like that. You understand? Because I do videos over here, bro. I am not finna do all the video content I do over here and all the video content I do on Patreon and then try to go over there and put up the same amount of content on IG. I'm not finna do it, bro. And IG it's another place, man. Like, guys are robots over there. There are robots over there. The women are robots over there. They all take the same kind of pictures. All the women take pictures from the side showing their butt poking out. The women who are really thick, they take pictures from the back with their legs spread on some heels. All of them do the same thing. They take pictures in the same type of gym clothes. They take pictures in the same type of jeans. They take pictures in the same type of heels. They get their hair done the same type of way. They all do the same type of workout. They all cook the same type of food. Man, we live in a world of robots, bruh. I might well just build a bra, to be honest with you. I think I might just build a bra. Yeah, man, they be trying to send me a bunch of sending me a bunch of stuff, man, that ain't got nothing to do with me, man, bro. I don't want to see nothing about no. Maybe just be a bunch of stuff, man. This dude sent me something, man, with a dude with his legs in the air, man. Talking about, with his legs in the air, man, like a dude would do when he finna. I guess that's how you do, man. We finna let a woman, what how AMS say? Oh yeah, look. We ain't finna let a woman lick his butt, man. But when I saw it in there, man, I just deleted it and blocked the dude. I was like, man, hold up, man. Man, I be having to block these dudes like they women, bro. They just send me anything. I like, bro, you listen to my content, man. You hear everything I talk about. What in the hell make you think I want to see that man in my DM, bro? I guarantee you a dude wouldn't come over here. If it was possible to put that out, to put it in the chat with y'all, I bet he wouldn't come put it in the chat with y'all. He got the balls to DM me that. I started to make a video about that nigga. I ain't no lie, man. Tell you, man, these dudes, and this is the thing, man. That's why many men don't have the balls to step out on faith, man, to step out and do their thing that they've been wanting to do their whole lives, man. They don't have the balls to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why many men don't have the balls to. Let me tell you something. And this is a situation that's real. And it's funny you say something about Chris, Steph, because I'm gonna say this, man. And man, I know you might be the same way. When you look at how now, granted, Chris old lady now, I mean, she on that vegan tip now. So she eat a bunch of plants now, man. And you can already see the effect it's having. But man, when that boy was getting ready for the show, man, Denise, whatever the hell she wanted, he was walking by while he was dieting, man, showing cupcakes and cookies and shit that she had on the counter. But you know what he had to do? He had to pass right on by because he was on a mission. See, when you're a robot, anybody who comes around you can program you. Your old lady, she can program you. Your parents, they could program you. Your partners, they could program you. This social media, it can program you. Some job, it can program you. The news, it can program you. What the hell you think they call it? Program. Computer program. Television program. It's all a program, bruh. And the only thing that can be programmed is a damn robot. That's the reality of it, man. And when I say robot, I damn sure mean robot. I mean it literally and figuratively. We talking about all this cloning. We talking about Gucci. Nigga be talking about Gucci Man clone. Man, yo, cousin probably cloned. Look at his life. Only a robot can't stop doing something that's detrimental to him. Think about it. Something that's detrimental to you. Only a robot can't stop doing it because a robot has been programmed to do one particular thing. I cut the garbage disposal on, put your hand in there if you want to. If I cut it on 10 years from now, put your hand in there if you want to. 50 years from now, put your hand in there if you want to. It's going to get the same result every time. It's been programmed and designed to do one thing. That's why if you got a job and that's all you got, why you ain't trying to do your own thing on the side or your own thing in the front or in the back, whatever position you want to put it in, no matter if on the side, top, bottom, front, back. Why you only got a job? Because you've been programmed to have a job. Nobody programmed you to be an entrepreneur. And you don't have the balls to break the cycle. But you got the balls to do a whole bunch of other things. You got the balls to go out here and go have unprotected sex with a woman, or you don't have unprotected sex with a woman. What don't you call getting brain oral sex? When last time you had oral sex with a condom on? When the last time you had oral sex and made a bra wear a dental dam? Do you even know what the hell a dental dam is? Probably not. The reality of the world we live in is that the majority of men are robots. The majority of men are robots. Your partners, no matter how you feed them this alpha energy, they still choose to be beta. They're not choosing to being beta. They were programmed to be beta. They're robots. I don't deal with robots on a human level. If I can't use a robot, I don't want a robot around me. That's why I don't have a lot of people around me, man, because if I'm looking at you and you're a robot, and I'm like, well, hold up. What is this robot programmed to do? And how does this benefit me? And if you program to chase women, bro, you can't benefit me. If you program to take all kind of crap at a job and you ain't even trying to do your own thing, bro, there's no way you could serve me. I can't see any way you could benefit me. Birds of a feather flock together. That's just the reality of it. And so if you're in a nest with your brethren and then you fledge first, your parents push you out the nest first, you the first one to take flight, guess what you ain't gonna do? Hang in the nest with their ass no more. The nest is for birds that can't fly. The only birds who live in nest are birds who can't fly. Other birds, they roost on tree branches. They roost on awnings. They roost up under your roof. They roost in your carport or your garage. They roost somewhere else. The only birds that live in the nest are birds that can't fly. And once you spread your wings and take off, then everything in the nest is not the same as you anymore. They're still little baby birds that can't fly. And you are similar to the adult birds. You can go any damn where you want to go because now you can fly. And that's how you got to view it, man. Listen, bro, that's why I learned so much about humans from watching nature. When you watch animals live instinctively, you realize how stupid humans are for not following their instincts. How crazy you are for not following your gut, for not trusting your gut, for not following your first mind. That is your internal spiritual guide instructing you where to go. You ain't even got to think about where you need to go. You just got to get in tune with your internal man. But you can't do that if you're a computer. A computer don't have an internal man. A computer has a hard drive. And a hard drive can be manipulated. It can be wiped clean. It can be changed out. So I mean, for real, when I talk about, man, niggas being computers, man. Life is about, man, doing the thing that you were put here to do. And I can promise you, your ass wasn't put here to spend your life working for a company that ain't been here for 10 years. There's no way you were put here. Say, now, when you get this age right here, there's a company that's going to spring up. It's meant for you to retire from that company. Right now, man, let me tell you something. Right now, and I say this, man, but only do this if you got some money to throw away. If you got some money to throw away, man, grab you some stocks, bro. If you ain't got but a couple of thousand, just a couple thousand. If you think about buying something right now, say it's about to get warm. You think about buying a motorcycle. You think about buying a boat. Whatever you think about buying, man, don't waste your money on that shit. Go buy you some stocks and something. Because if anything I know, there's certain things that are going to get bailed out. So certain things are going to bounce back. And we ain't going to talk about that here. I was actually just talking to a business associate of mine today, man, and we were just talking about how cringeworthy the stock market is right now. But you know what? Everybody who got stocks thinking one thing. What's the bottom? And how long? Nobody knows the answer. But whoever figures it out gonna be a rich man. And that's the bottom line. We're living in a world, man, where everybody around us is making major moves. Are you making major moves? I appreciate you, brothers. Appreciate you coming through the joint, man. It's been real in the field, man. I was about to start going into some things, man. That's to be sold, not told, man. So I'm gonna go ahead, and that's the direction I want to go. If I keep talking, I'm going in that direction. Instinctive flow, man. Appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. Say when I hear something that valuable, I got to do it. 100, no doubt, bro. I appreciate it. So, hey, man, I appreciate everybody coming through the joint, man. Appreciate all the super chats, man. Just appreciate all the overall support, man. Appreciate all the overall support, man. It's this grind that we do out here, man. Salute to my brother Young Clinks, man. This grind that we do out here, man. It seemed like it seemed easy to y'all because y'all just get the content on the end. You know what I'm saying? But it's a grind, bro. It's a grind. It's a grind making sure that you make as few mistakes as possible so you have less to do in editing. Then it's a grind, man. It's a grind. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get easier for me though, man, because when my new editing joint get here, man, I'm gonna show it to y'all, man. It's fly, man. Shit like a race car in the back. But it's fly, man. like the computer breathes through exhaust out the back, man. Look like a NASCAR in the back, man. Actually like a Formula One car in the back, man. So it's a very powerful system, man. So it actually has to have fans blowing on it, man, blowing that hot exhaust out the back. So it's something great, man. And I just had to get it, man. I've been editing on this computer, man, for hell. This is the first computer that I started editing on, man. I've been editing on this computer, man, for almost a couple years now, man. Which I got to go ahead, man, and I got to go ahead and step it up, man, because my workflow is slow as hell on this one now, man. It served its purpose. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do an unboxing on that for y'all, though, man. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm not really excited about getting tech. So like when I get a new camera, like right now I'm shooting on the Nikon Z6 or the Z7 rather. I'm shooting on the Nikon Z7, man. It's a fairly expensive piece of camera equipment, man, but the little vlog joint that I shot up today, man, it's on Patreon now, man. I shot it that's the first video I shot on the Z7, man, without even setting the video settings on it. So we're gonna get to it, man, and just create some, we're trying to create something epic here, man. We're trying to do something epic. That's all. We're just trying to do something epic, man, and keep these, and make sure that men who are not robots, men who are not computer programs, get information that they need, man, because if you don't get information you need, man, then you're more likely to fall victim to, being a computer program, bro. We all need information every day. So, man, we're going to get ready to shoot on out of here, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. It's been real in the field, man. Let's get on out of here, man, to a little bit of alpha shit, man. Hey, man, y'all put God first. And keep grinding and growing, my brothers. Peace. Your bitch want me to come through. She said she think of me when she with you. She really want a man to treat her right. And I can be the man la mama need for tonight.